Okay, so we are going to go ahead and get into working with the law of cosines. This is a side angle side case. If you see this, it's a side, an angle, and a side all connected. You go towards the connection way. So, in case you forgot that with math 2, that's what we're looking at. So, let's go ahead and look at our triangle. We have angle B. So the case we're going to be looking at, if you looked at the prior piece, if you need it to match identically, is that you are going to say that b squared equals, now you can do a squared and c squared, or c squared and a squared. Obviously it doesn't matter because they go in the same way. But I'm just going to say a squared plus c squared minus 2ac, and then cosine b. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill in all those pieces. So b squared we don't know. A squared is 11 squared. C squared is 14 squared minus 2 times 11, 14, cosine 34. No matter what the sides are, what the angles are, if it's A, B, or C, it will always look like this. It will always be one of the known sides squared, the other known side squared minus 2 times known side, angle, if that's what you're working with in the side angle side case. Okay, next up, I'm going to bring it down here, and I'm trying to leave some room because we will have to solve the rest. But b squared equals 121 plus 144. Or sorry, 14 squared is beyond my knowledge. 196. Wow, I should have known that. Okay, 196 minus 22 times 14. And that is 308. And leave it as cosine 34 until the final step. Okay, this gets people right here. If you look, this is adding, and then subtracting a big multiplied piece. You need to add these together and then do the second hand. So b squared equals, what is that? 317 minus 308 cosine 34. Now is when I recommend that you plug it into your calculator. And then you are going to get b squared is approximately 61.66, rounded. Then take the square root. Now, we are taking the square, yes, but it is impossible to get a negative length value in a triangle. So we're only going to be looking at the positive answer, and that is about 7.9, rounded. Okay, so that gives us our b. Now what we need to do is we need to find angle C and angle A. Now we can go ahead and use the law of sines, because if you look, we have an angle and a side that's matching, and then we have two sides that we need the angles for. So once we use the law of cosines, we can now go back and use the law of sines. Many problems will use both. Okay, just so that you're aware now, that's what we're looking at. So let's see, I'll solve for A. So we're going to say sine 34 over 7.9 equals sine A over 11. Cross multiply, we get 11 times sine 34 equals 7.9 sine A. Divide by 7.9 on both sides. All right, then what we have is, let's see, okay, cancels out. Let's plug this in. Once again, when you plug it into your calculator, please make sure that you are doing 11 times sine 34. And then dividing by that 7.9. And you should get sine A equals 0.779. Do a couple digits. How do we get rid of the sign? We need to take the inverse sign on both sides. That's that sign to the -1 power. So then A equals, when you plug it in and you do the inverse, approximately, I'm saying equals, but it's approximately 51.6 degrees. So we solve for A, so 51.6, and that's in degrees. Make sure to put the degrees. And the last step is taking 180, subtracting 34, and subtracting 51.6 to find our missing angle C, and that angle is 94.4 degrees, and that's C. And we have now solved for our two missing sides, and, sorry, one missing side and two missing angles on this problem.